Well, more than 2,000 hectares have been burned in a bushfire near Port Macquarie on the New South Wales north coast this week. And tragically, large parts of that area are precious koala breeding grounds. There are concerns that hundreds of koalas might have perished in these fires, while others have been injured and are being nursed back to health at the local koala hospital. And I'm pleased to say Shane Flanagan from the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital joins us now, along with one of your long-term residents there, Shane. Who have you got there? She's proving to be a little bit of a handful this morning.
This is Liz Moore-Rose, and she's I think she's got the terrible twos happening at the moment. She's only a 2-year-old.
Well, so
I might just push her up.
Oh, do whatever you need to do. We'll try not to be distracted. Oh, she's a character. She is a character. Look at that
You're
face.
Not wrong.
My goodness me. Oh my God, she's adorable. Shane, on a serious note, I understand firefighters escorted some of your team into a lower risk part of the fire zone yesterday. What were they confronted with? What did they see?
They found two live koalas, which is great, and we dubbed them Adam and Eve. And they were up in trees that had low scorching, and there was still some good vegetation up the top. No dead ones, no dead kangaroos, no dead wallabies. So that was the first bit, but we've got the awful part in front of us yet. And we can't get in at this point in time.
All right, and when you say the awful bit, you're referring to the estimation of potentially hundreds of koalas dying in this fire, is that right?
That's correct, yes. We're not looking forward to it, that's for sure.
Oh, understandably so. Just explain to our viewers how critical this tract of land is in terms of koala habitat. It's national park, the two sites, and pristine, beautiful country in there, and moist, good country, or was. And it's away from dogs and cars and has a low incidence of disease. And these animals are the engine room for koalas of this region. And they're very genetically diverse, and it's because there's a good flow in and a flow out of genetic material. And they've been what we consider a population of national significance. And now, if they've gone, it's a national tragedy. Absolutely. Just give us a little bit more of an indication of how that then impacts on numbers broadly across the country. I mean, they're already considered endangered, aren't they?
Well, not endangered. They're under threat of extinction.
Under threat,
There's different categories. Under threat. There are endangered local populations, such as around Port Stephens. Victoria and South Australia have more koalas, but if they don't manage things, they will head our direction at some point in time. But it's the rise in temperature, the dry conditions, everything's just driving these animals over the brink. It's just horrific.
Your hospital, of course, is well equipped to deal with these animals, particularly koalas. What assistance do you need to be able to continue your work, to continue that very important service?
It costs an awful lot to run the koala hospital. Currently it's around $750,000, and so we rely on the public for donation, and we would really welcome as many donations as possible. I think we are setting up a GoFundMe page, as well as you can donate at the koala hospital. We have plenty of supplies at this point in time, but we haven't actually started bringing koala patients in yet, so who knows what's going to happen.
Well, our thoughts are very much with you over the next days and weeks when you get into those areas and with what you're going to be confronted with. It's going to be awful, I can only imagine. But we greatly appreciate all the work you are doing to sustain these precious colonies, and thank you so much for your time this morning. And of course, if you want to find out more about how you can donate to the Port Macquarie Koala Hospital, you can go to our website, todayshow.com.au. I'm sure any donation is very gratefully received.